it don't matter. Far as that tell-a-tatter, I pray to God they rattle-tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get you. It's week 17 of the NFL. All eyes are on Jamar Chase, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Bengals and the Bills on Monday night.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you, and we are set for what should be an entertaining matchup. That scoreboard operator, hope he's got his fingers nimble, because we have two of the league's top three passing offenses with us. And with how they each approach this game, any snap could end with a big shot to the end zone.
Oh, I am totally with you on that one, because we all know that we all get excited for any matchup of top five offenses. And in this game, we're getting to see the #1 team in the NFL throwing the ball. That's special not just for the people here in attendance, but, of course, everyone watching this game on TV.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Mobley.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, ready. Shot, 17. Red, cycle. Ready.
Back to throw. Mobley. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
A.J. Bouye with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now. On first down, Banks. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, what a good contest here for our first Monday night game of 2023. Happy New Year, one and all, and thanks for pulling yourself away from all those college bowl games going on. For this, a great matchup between two of the real up-and-comers in the AFC.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
And looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Banks.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down. Banks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing to start the drive. Banks throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. 2nd and 9 now. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down. Banks. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. On 3rd down, Banks flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but he'll still bring on the 4th down.
I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
And here's a throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
Here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. After 7-3 the score. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Back to throw. Banks. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Back to throw again. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there. And he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, 28 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here we go, set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Mobley. And down he'll go at the 25. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to... good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Mobley.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, Mobley dancing to his left. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Following the fumble recovery, Banks. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw. Mobley. This is caught. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, we just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll roll him out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take 2-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
He's got room past the 30.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs, who is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Banks. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Banks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared.
And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Now a dump off here complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Operating from the gun, Banks. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 4.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to throw. Banks. He completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw. Banks.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Crowder now to return.
Bengals come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. He's still on his feet. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun. Mobley. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. To a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Mobley rolling to his right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice game.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They go right back to Singletary. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Banks. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. O.J. Howard from 8 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watch their opponent.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. Big time.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. first down. He'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again. Banks.
Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Back to throw. Banks. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Mobley. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DJ Reader gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Banks.
Quick slant to Crowder. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Banks. His throw incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw on 3rd down, Banks. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but
You feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ready, break. One to get up. Green back. And cycle. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Mobley. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Ready, ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. Complete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cut. Blue strike. Flag blue. Yellow, 1.
Operating from the gun, Mobley. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Mobley. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, Mobley. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back to throw. Mobley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw. Banks going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Singletary will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals getting set to go.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing to start the drive. Banks. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun. Mobley. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
They're going to fake it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for two.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing on first down. Mobley. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Ready, set, drill green.
To throw on second down. Mobley. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Bass on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. A little under 50 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, That one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime